you. All right, how's everyone tonight? Bob is back, Biker News Canada, with another great interview. Like I've mentioned in previous videos, there's less and less actual rides and stuff happening right now. So I'm going to keep the channel going with minimum one interview every week with a different group, with a different riding club, different organization, whatever it is. And we'll keep things happening that way. So tonight, I think this is going to be a very interesting conversation. Tonight, I've got Frost, Tiff, and Chris from a riding group called London Free Riders. So let's get these guys on stage and we'll get this thing started. I think you guys are going to find it interesting. So without any further ado, here is Frost, Tiff, and Chris representing London Free Riders. Hi guys, how are you?
Hey,
great. How are you?
Good to meet you all finally. So you guys mostly ride sport bikes, or do you find that there's people with every sort of bike?
In our group, it's a mix. It's a mix of everything.
So it is a mix. That's cool to know. I kind of assumed because of the logo and stuff that it'd be mostly sport bike people. I've never owned a bike that wasn't made by Harley Davidson, but you know.
My dad would love you, Bob.
I like to go slow.
Okay.
I'm in no big rush. Besides, once you get these things rolling, if you got a long enough road, you can get there.
Yep.
You can get up there. Just not as quick.
Yeah, we don't judge anybody for what they ride, and if it's got two wheels and an engine, you're in. Just come for a ride.
And that I think that's important anymore. Because people are kind of judgy about shit. You watch a post on Facebook and everyone's slapping each other down, right?
Yeah. We're not about that. We're just about sharing, the joy of two wheels. Everyone riding together, staying safe, having a community that people can come out and join and meet other riders and, go out on and do your own thing. Join a group ride, whatever you want to do. London Free Riders will have something for you.
I think it's in the name. Free Riders, right?
Yep,
exactly.
So how do people find you? I found you guys through your Facebook group, which is how I find most people. Mm-hmm. Is that the best way for people to find you?
That we're primarily just a Facebook group. That's really what we are. So that's how you find us, London Free Riders on Facebook, and hit the join button and fill out the basic questions and agree to our rules, and that's it.
So I'm going to throw that up just for now, just so people can see it, and then we'll come back to it later.
Yep.
Right there. So everybody who's interested, where am I? I didn't even start at the start. There we go. So that's how you find them. It's in Facebook groups, London Free Riders, just like Frost just said. Nice and easy. Join the group, and away you go. Which, again, I think all the stuff you guys are doing is pretty cool. I'll be honest with you. So, there we go. Let's stop sharing that. There we go. Okay. I'll figure this stuff out. Drama free. I like that, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that one.
So that's another question. Obviously, I know the answer by who I'm looking at on the camera. It's a co-ed thing. It's not boys only or girls only or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are
and I think there's groups in every we do have a women's only kind of sister group, right? We have stuff for track riders. Yeah, there's something for everyone.
Oh, that's really cool. See, I did not realize all that stuff. So I'm glad I got you guys on a show and we can talk about all that. So if you happen to be an off-road rider, you guys are into that stuff too?
There's a lot of members that have enduros and dual sports and everything like that. I think there's actually like seven guys that have Tenerés, and they'll take off into the bush somewhere. Like,
very cool. Did you guys? Do you have any people with? I guess back in the day we used to call them enduros. I don't know what they're called now. Adventure bikes or something.
yep.
So they can use
Yeah.
the
So they,
same bike
yeah,
for
so
both things.
with that Tenere, yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I see you. I'm behind on the times and all this. I just saw them at the end of this summer. I don't think I've been right in the head since. And I have to try to work my ass off this winter and get another one in the garage. Life isn't the same without a motorcycle.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Steve came too. So there's a few of my friends from America. I thank you guys for coming. I always do. Howdy, Hardwire. Howdy, Steve. And then we got another one of your friends. So that's cool. We got it coming. So
Hi, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen.
So
You
Carmen is one of London Free Riders members. Same with Michelle there. We got a whole bunch of people in here.
So did you guys like keep track of your members and stuff? Like numbers and how many people you have and all that?
It's totally like if they want to come, if they're not enjoying the group, they're more than welcome to leave, right? If you want to leave during the off season, like I don't think we keep track. No, I would say we see a lot of our members at events regularly, so we get to know them really well, and we get to know each other, and it's so awesome going out to an event and just like seeing all your friends. It's great.
So how often would you guys say you guys get together as a whole?
I would say pretty much weekly, if not more. There's a certain spot kind of downtown where everyone kind of congregates almost every night, especially during the riding season.
Where is that? By St. Pete's? The church?
Yeah.
It
Yep.
is. I thought it was.
Yeah, all those hooligans on the bikes. Yeah, those are our guys. Yeah. And then I say just this year, as we were talking earlier about the hey Wade, we were talking about bike night. It was every Tuesday, 7 to 9. Yeah,
7 to 9, yeah,
So-
at London Brewing Co-op.
So you do the weekly. Yeah, that's kind of because the way I do this channel through the summer is I joined as many motorcycle groups on Facebook groups as I could, and then I keep up on their post, so that way I can make a program. So if you guys are doing a ride on Wednesday, if it took me a while to figure this out, then I'd make a video on Tuesday and talk about all the different Wednesday rides. And I've been getting lucky. I can get pretty much from coast to coast now and find a ride in every province.
That's convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, and that tells you how much the motorcycle community is thriving. I get it really.
Well, Bob, sorry, Quinn is an instructor at Learning Curves, and I'm an instructor with Fanshawe College here at London. So it is thriving. We are growing every single weekend. We have full classes. We're bringing in extra instructors to help with the demand of the students that are like wanting to sign up and wanting to get out on the road. And I think it's incredible. Like I've seen more women start to ride, I've seen younger generations start to ride. It's absolutely fantastic.
So I think that's one thing that's going to be attractive to new riders and younger riders is how you guys do things. You want to explain how the person goes about kind of becoming a member of your group?
Check on that one. It's really easy. How does someone become a member of our group?
Oh, they just find us on Facebook. They answer the questions and agree to the rules and come out to the spot and meet.
And that's it. It's cut and dry.
It's pretty simple. You don't. I've noticed that there's some people that'll join and it takes them a few months to actually even come out because they're kind of shy. They don't know anybody. They're new to London. But a lot of the times, those people that do come out, they're pretty close friends. The people who are there almost every single night or every weekend, all of us are really close.
We've had
And
people
there's-
come up to us when we're out on the bikes and they're like, hey, do you guys have a riding club? Like, what is this? And we're like, hey, this is London Free Riders. Like, join the page.
And yeah, so that was the other thing. So you guys, you're not considering yourself a riding club. So there's really
No.
like no real commitment, no money out of pocket if you don't want to, and no backpacks to wear that you have to worry about someone from another outfit saying, hey, who are you? None of that.
No, we're all about just the love of two wheels and an engine. That's all it is. And we take care of each other. We watch out for each other, and we welcome all shapes and sizes. That's it.
And like I say again, that's what I think will be attractive to new riders, and not necessarily youngers, but people that are just want to come out and go for a ride once in a while and get on with it. Right? See you next time. You don't have to come to a meeting every Tuesday or whatever the case is, right? So
No,
tell me
but
about bike night.
you don't have to do anything. Yeah.
Right. There's no commitments.
Yeah.
No.
Again, I
No.
like that.
It's like, come out.
Yeah. The only commitment is to get along. That's it. Just yeah.
Oh, I seen a bad one in one of the other motorcycle groups where somebody was trying to wheelie and hit one of the other people's bikes, and then you saw the chatter through their group, right?
Mhm.
And you don't need shit like that.
Yeah, sadly, sometimes it happens, right? And it can happen with any group or anyone. And when it does happen to anybody, obviously it's terrible for at any end, right? We try our best to avoid it, but if anything does happen, obviously we take care of each other.
Good.
I'm
Good.
sure.
So
I'm sure you've probably actually seen on our chat there. If you have seen it we have a general group chat. If there's ever a rider down, someone will mention it and everything like that, and everyone kind of bands together and figures out who it is. Do we know him? Can we help him? All that. Yeah. Actually, Chris here is one of the best. He'll always be out there with his pickup truck. Be like, I'll come help you. I'll pull your bike home or whatever.
good, man. You need at least one person with a pickup truck.
We got a couple. There's another one, Jamie. He's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or somebody who's got a little bit of savvy that might be able to get it running right there on the side of the road.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
You don't necessarily always got to trailer them home and then pay the shop prices. Do a few of your people tinker with bikes? Like instead of taking them to shops?
Oh, we have lots of mechanics in the group. Immediately, I'm thinking of like two of our members, and they have basically built their bike from the ground up. And if anything happens, right, they can get it going and just like do a little, I don't know what they're doing because I'm not mechanically inclined, but they just get it going right away.
And again, that's another thing. I think everything you guys are doing are hitting some pretty cool buttons. Now, because where you guys host your bike night, it's close to where I personally live. How many people would you say that you get out on an average week?
Oh, I'd say 20 on average. What did you say? 20 average people every bike night?
Maybe the after party when we go to.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess
But
maybe.
at
Yeah.
London Brewing, there's generally a lot more than that. Yeah, Are you speaking of just London Free Riders or just there as a whole, all bikers?
Well, yeah, you guys were talking about you joined up with some other people that you consider like a sister group or a brother group. Who are they? And what do you guys do with the other people?
So immediately I'm going to say you can find London Bike Night on Instagram, and you can find like a whole bunch of pictures there from the bike night. So if you want to check it out, super cool. But some of our sister groups is OSR, which is Ontario Sport Riders, and they're really focused on a lot of track riding. They've been around for a really, really long time, run by Brian and Jeff and maybe a few others. I'm not entirely sure. And then, of course, Rider 69. Great group, again, just into street riding. Robin really helped to put the whole bike night together. So I got to give him all the credit, really.
Mm-hmm.
And who else is in there? Lola. And of course, OSR L, which is Ontario Sport Riders for the ladies only.
Oh, that's cool. Now,
Yeah.
where do these people that ride tracks, where's around London to ride tracks? Do you have to go to, I don't even know what's one around. Are we talking drag races or ovals?
Oh, they usually go to Grand Bend.
Oh, of
So the
course.
Grand Bend,
Right.
Grand Bend
Yeah.
track. We do some drag races at Sparta, but OSR is usually operating out of Grand Bend, I believe.
Right. I forgot all about Grand Bend. So our OSR ladies, that sounds like a cool thing. I'm going to have to track them down and give them their own interviews so that we don't take up your time talking about somebody else.
That's Carmen right there.
That's
Carmen
right
there.
There you go. She won't be hard to track down. And when we're done, send me the Instagram link.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then I'll get it in the description. So
London Free Riders also has an Instagram page, and you can kind of send us your posts, like pictures of your bike or riding, and we'll reshare that. We do a daily rider repost.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want your guys' Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll track down these guys. I know I will. Oh, Carmen's laughing about something.
She's always laughing. She's great. And then actually we missed, there's two other groups. There's LMR, London Motorcycle Riders, run by Brent. Fantastic guy. Love him and his family. And there's one little distant, actually a little group called Sarnia Lambton Riders. So kind of an extension of us. It's just started this year. And yeah, it's a close-knit community, and we're kind of expanding our branches and just watching over the province. We're eventually going to watch over the province kind of deal.
I think I found the Lambton County one like very late in the summer on Facebook.
That's when it started, actually. Yeah. So that's actually myself that had contacted you about it. Yeah.
And then that's funny because you're talking about Lambton County. I noticed a lot of your rides go to Forest, which is kind of on the way to. You can either go to Grand Bend or Sarnia from Forest. Is it you guys?
Yeah,
go to
there
Forest
was one or two that went end up in Forest. Yeah.
Now, weren't you going for ice cream in Forest a couple times?
That may have been a different group.
Okay, that's possible. Now
that's in the plans for next year.
I think when we go for ice cream, we head out towards like Shaw's. We do a lot of Port Stanley rides too. It's just a quick, nice ride. Good roads. Grand Bend sometimes can get a little straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I find that the ride to Grand Bend can get boring. You're right.
Yeah.
I used to like to go down to Port Stanley and go across the lake to maybe Port Bruce or Port Burwell, whichever is the furthest. And then come north.
Ultra Classic just said that.
Yeah. The minute you said Port Bruce, Ultra Classic just popped that up. Hi, Rolly.
Oh, yeah, is that one? Okay, he knew what it was. Yeah, and then you come back across, Highway 2 or whatever it is, and you've done 100 miles.
Pretty much.
It's not bad. My voice is crap. So you were talking about being an instructor. I've taken the bike course at Fanshawe when I first got my M2. And then I let it lapse. So, of course, you have to retest. I let it lapse by years. And I took it the second time at learning curves.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Did you learning curves in London here? Or
no, I went to St. Thomas. It had the quickest opening.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about that.
I instruct in Sarnia. Do
you? Well, that's cool. For the same thing to get your M2 and your final M?
Yeah, so I just do the M2 course.
You do which one? The in class?
It's 2 in 1, so you do the in class and the actual course itself. I just do the M2 course.
Okay. Yeah, see, there's a little glitch with the audio from you guys. Sometimes there's a little spot where you're muted. Just so
it might be something to delete the background noise.
Probably, yeah. Oh, Bayfield, that's a nice run too, Carmen. That is a nice ride up to Bayfield. See, we're kind of in a nice spot where we're at because we got lots of places we can go to that are great rides. You know,
Yeah, it's nice and centralized.
right?
We've gone up to like Toronto, Niagara Falls this year. Like we'll go here.
Have you stayed together as a pack for the whole ride?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you guys 2x2 or do you stagger?
We do the stagger formations normally.
Yeah. So you keep it with what you're teaching.
You got it.
Because that's pretty good having actual riding instructors in the group. That might help you guys a lot too. After this interview, is somebody who's a new rider, knowing that they can ask you a question before you head out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of stuff when you're a new rider is you need someone to ask just something that's bugging you or something you don't think you're doing quite right, and they can walk you through it.
Mm. And that's one of the best things about the group itself is you can ask anybody. Like we're anyone. You go up to even Chris here and any other member. Like everyone's so willing to help each other. Just say, hey, I'm not feeling right with this bike, or something feels off. I don't know how to corner right and everything. And someone will sit there and say, hey, come by and I'll give you a hand. It's such a great community. So
or
close
even
knit.
if you don't think your bike's acting right and there might be something's wrong with the suspension or whatever, right? If you're new at it, and even if you're not new at it, you might not know it. You just kind of know that your bike's not feeling right under you. My last bike was a Street Glide, and I get the little wobblies in the back end every time I went over a road snake, and I realized I had to pump up. Yeah, the air suspension was too low. First bike I ever owned with air suspension. So you're never too old to learn.
You're going to find out the hard way.
Well, I don't want to find. You don't want to find out in the rhubarb.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't have that.
Oh, you don't. Yeah. Okay.
I have Olin's, so it's good.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
That insane. Well, that's a pretty good point from Wade.
Yeah.
No, he does make a very good point.
Mm.
It is tough because, like I say, if you're the only one in your friend group that bought a motorcycle or is interested in them, who you want to ride it, but everyone knows riding a bike with more people is more fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You want me to go get it?
Well, I thought it was that one that was whining.
What do you need?
Oh.
Pizza.
Sorry, the dogs are crying.
Oh, are they? Yeah, mine will be coming through here to go for a walk at some point in the interview. They always do. That's
why with that word.
yeah, easy with the word. You're on speaker.
Oh no! Oh, they're that smart, eh?
Yeah.
My black lab, she's like that. She's the smartest dog I ever met. Can't get nothing by her. Well, she's more of a mix, I guess. So what do you guys personally ride? What's your bikes?
Me, I have a Triumph Street Triple 765.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's a
very
fun
cool.
bike.
Yeah. But it's still a sport bike. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I have a 2018 CBR 650F.
Is that a Honda?
That's a Honda.
Yeah. And Hondas last forever.
Oh yeah.
That's why I got her.
Last
Pretty
oil
much.
change 2016.
That's right.
And then myself, I have a 22 Yamaha Tracer 9 GT, so it's the sport touring.
Okay. So you're not going to lean down as far in the corners.
Oh, I still lean. I'm just comfortable doing it.
I think he leans further than I do, actually.
Yeah, I've been caught a few times scraping my pegs off.
That's what I was gonna say. You're not really leaning until you got some sparks coming off the pegs.
Yes, sir.
Like I've got an uncle, and he went from I don't know, probably a GSX sort of bike to a street glide, and then he went back to this green Kawasaki thing. That thing looks crazy fast. I don't know what it is, but it looks like a hell of a machine.
It just looks fast sitting still with that green, right?
You know it's fast because it's a big bike. Like for a sport bike, you know, some are small and some are pretty big. And that's about as much as I know about sport bikes.
Or ZX14. Yeah.
Well,
Bye,
didn't they
Carmen.
make
Love
one? Oh, is she at the spot where you guys ride from?
Yeah. She was watching us from the spot there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, if it's not one of your nights that you guys got scheduled, you guys drop a message in the chat and you throw something together, right?
More or less. We will end up saying, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to all meet here. Other times there's a better schedule. Sorry, we caught Michelle's comment there with Jamie. Love you, Jamie. You got 2 minutes. You want to share the rest of them? Because that's not all of them.
You're missing a couple.
You're missing a couple bucks, Jamie. But we'll hop in the chat saying, hey, we're gonna just go for a ride here in town, or we'll say who wants to go for a ride to Grand Bend. If it's any much of a bigger ride or something, we'll schedule it probably a month ahead of time or even longer.
So I see you guys got some T-shirts done. How do people get one of them T-shirts? Obviously, they got to be a member of the group, right? Or did you not get T-shirts? You got logo for T-shirts?
I've never seen a T-shirt. This is from Joe Rocket. Yeah.
Oh, I thought when you put that logo.
She watched Joe Rocket stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I think mine's O'Neill. She's like surfing.
No, Bob, we don't have any merch. We don't have anything. We don't want really anything out there because I think maybe the more we put out, the more kind of formal we're looking. And we just don't want it mistaken with the motorcycle club, right? No commitment. Come do your own thing, be your own person, ride your own ride, have fun.
You know what I think it was? I think when I saw you guys drop the logo, that I thought it was, you know what I mean? I thought it was merch coming by. Because that logo kind of came along not too long ago, didn't it? The one I used on my post.
You made it up in like August or something.
Yeah, I made that sometime this season actually. Excuse me.
I thought so. So that was me jumping to conclusion.
Oh, that's all right.
So do you want to talk about charities? Do you guys do some charity stuff?
Do we? Yes, we do. You hit me to talk. Yeah, we've done some charity stuff. As Tiff was saying, like the latest one we just did was Halloween bike night. You showed up wearing a costume or canned goods, and you entered into a draw to win things like a Roo Rock helmet, a lady's jacket. There's a bunch of pants there. I didn't win anything, unfortunately.
Nice.
But yeah, it was. We took actually quite a few donations. I saw the pictures of the pile of canned goods in the back, and it was quite a bit. Yeah. So that was the latest one we did for the London Food Bank.
I think we did over 40 pounds. I could be told. I think it was over 40 pounds of food that we had donated to the food bank from that event. Robin from Rider 69 has the official number from that.
That was funny. Around Halloween, everyone was talking and posting about winterizing their bikes and all that. And here we are, it's 20 degrees.
Yeah, a lot of good that did.
And here I was riding my bike to work yesterday.
Hell yeah, you could have spent the whole day on it today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been an interesting November so far, I tell you. But
It has. It's
but
killed
let's
me.
say talk about the charities. It's been really good. We're going to try and get more into it next year. As we stated earlier about Moto Meetup, they had their Halloween charity as well. So we worked with them, raising donations for the Children's Hospital in London, and it was really awesome because we all dressed up and rode by the children's ward at the hospital there, and we didn't see any kids, but we heard that the kids were just screaming and having a great time, banging on the windows, waving at us, and it was a really good feeling to know that they really enjoyed us going by.
That's really cool. I like that. Now, the prizes you guys raffled. Want to do any shout outs to anyone who donated?
Well, Robin was the one that gave that rock helmet.
Mhm.
So Robin from Rider 69, and then Joe Rocket provided a whole bunch of stuff for the bike night, for the Halloween bike night. And they also provided a helmet from Speed and Strength for the Sick Kids ride. So they really help us out a lot. What else was there? Chick-fil-A gave us a gift card.
And then Peak Performance in London there, the BMW dealership, they donated a bunch of shirts and wares and just the community got together in business and personal, like just.
I think that's cool. Yeah, man. What else I want to do? I'll run by you. What else we talk about in the pre-interview? We got more stuff.
Yeah.
Where you guys planning for moving forward? Are you going to keep it nice and simple?
I would love to see the community get more involved, right? Like this is a community group. It's not, even though we are the admins, I wouldn't say it's led by anyone. It's led by the community. I would love to see, people start posting their own rides and encouraging like other people to come like up in the community, right? Start hosting things themselves, just being their own.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. What? Hey, we got some people. I love that, man. I love that. What I've been seeing a few things out there that are being hosted by bike dealerships that I think is a good idea. What you guys ever think about like they had a course at Blackridge for first aid for a fallen rider.
Oh, I think Rockies did it too. It was called Rider Down, and they're actually doing a ladies only session of that too, which I think is awesome, right? Like I didn't attend it, but I did read about it, and it sounded like it was, helping a rider when they go down. What how do you pick a bike up? Like how do you respond to somebody on the ground when they're wearing their helmet and you don't know if they're seriously injured?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think all that stuff. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then let's say Holly Gully does a lot of rides. They like a lot of charity rides. You gather in, you pay a fee to join the ride and everything. Yeah, and they do a lot of stuff for the riding community as well.
I think one of their biggest is the Ride for Pitt Hopkins, which they raise a lot of money on that. And the top fundraiser, I think it's a trip.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, help the community that you ride in.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ride for Dad's a big one, too.
The Ride for Dad, yeah, that's fantastic, yeah.
That's a really big one. Didn't there used to be a Ride for Sight that went to the ghost town?
I think I've heard of that. I don't know if it's in London anymore, though. I want to say it starts somewhere else, right?
I think so too. I haven't seen it in a lot of years.
Yeah.
Have you guys rode up there to that ghost town?
I haven't. No.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think there was a big event that was hosted there this year, right? Where everyone camps out in this town.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What's it called? I can't remember the name of it.
I can't remember because it's a fella that I actually I actually, what are we talking about? I actually, I'm going to get him on for an interview, and he's the host of whatever that event is. Let me find him. Because
Are
somebody
you talking
else
about Dan?
Lee Snipes is his name. And he's a custom bike builder. It's called the Bad Living Road Show.
Yes, it is. Yes, we promoted that this summer through LFR.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Retro vibe. Yeah, it was cool. I didn't get to go. I think I was working that weekend, unfortunately, at the college.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, being an instructor, all your weekends will be spoken for.
Not all of them, but yeah.
A lot of them. But it's worth it. It's totally worth it.
I think so. I think that, because everyone has to learn how to ride somewhere. So it doesn't matter if you're a 17-year-old rider or a 47-year-old rider. You still got to learn somewhere. And I think those courses are the answer across.
I think I can speak for Tiff that our courses are ranging from 16, 17-year-olds to 60 to 70-year-olds.
My oldest student was 90.
Get out.
And he passed. He was successful.
Really?
I
Awesome.
will never forget him.
It must have been the student, not the teacher.
That's right. That's right.
When I was in high school, one of my buddies, his grandfather had a motorcycle collection. And this man must have been in his 80s. And he had everything from World War II Harleys and Indians to bikes from Russia to like really wild looking sport bikes, man. This guy had everything.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
awesome.
It's not like being a bike enthusiast has an age bracket.
No, not one bit.
Which is part of the reason I think it's becoming such a big community. So you guys are in a good position where. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say. I think it's fine. It's the latency. I think we have social media thing for that. It's broadened the available information of and people just seeing different types of riding, different riders. And you can see the hooliganism you can get into. You can see the great sights and scenes you can experience on a bike. You can go places that a car can't. And again, I'll always bring up the community. It's that you just find those people and you find your people. And I'll never regret bringing home my first bike and having my mom extremely mad at me because it was the best decision I ever made. Yeah.
And that's it. You don't have to be a hardcore, I'm on my bike every day guy, or you can't be. I like them guys that ride all year round every day and whenever they can.
I wish I was that guy.
I got kids. I can't be like that.
I lived in Toronto for a few years. I leave my wife and the kids the car, and I took the bike every day. It was a shitty bike, though. But what do you do?
Hey, a bike's a bike. No matter how crappy it is, a bike's a bike.
You're on two wheels.
Mm-hmm.
We even have some e-bikers.
Oh, yeah?
Me too.
We do e-bikers like
Well, ones that do highway speed? Are they the in-town ones or the ones that do highway speed?
No, they're the in-town.
Yeah, in-town,
Yeah.
Yeah, in-town. It's speed limit.
Because there's some out there that will do the highway speeds. They're catching on. It'll come slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw Kawasaki has that hybrid motorcycle.
Yeah, we were just talking about that last night.
Yeah. Honda has the automatic.
The e-clutch.
Yeah, e-clutch. It's semi-automatic.
They all have that. Even Bob's Harley Davidsons have that.
What's that?
The e-clutch.
I have a quick shit.
it's an electric clutch, so it's basically an assisted clutch. Makes everything smoother, a little bit easier to operate. You don't have like this big heavy clutch, especially on a big bike like a Harley, right?
They need reverse. I know you shouldn't say that being
Yeah,
a bike,
some do. Yeah.
but they're heavy as crap, you know? If you don't park it right, you could be there all day.
Yeah, you're gonna find out how strong your legs really are. You skip leg. Don't skip leg day if you got that bike.
I haven't asked somebody for a push, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. Yeah, nobody wants to be the guy asking for a push.
Yeah.
No.
I think you guys are in a good position with being concentrated on social media. So if you see those things that you think are good ideas, like the first aid course or maybe a charity run, and you say, hey, you know, do you guys want to kind of go on this en masse, like as a group? Where you know what I mean? You're kind of in a good position for all that stuff.
Yeah. So with the way that works, and the way that social media is, like, we can hear one thing, and if we think, it's a great cause, or this is a great idea, all of us can get a first aid training or something like that, we can get a group discount. Hey, who wants to pitch in and do this, right?
Oh, that's a good thought.
We even promote like there was a big car meet at Fanshawe College, and we were promoting that, right? Like anything that we think that the members want to or would enjoy going to. Hey, we'll fire it out there. We'll let the people know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, it's no cost and no obligation.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all volunteer. It's all whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Paste and copy, share the link, whatever. It's done.
Yeah, and actually, I'll give a shout out if you probably saw it when you looked at our main page there. But Patrick Marshall is one of our members. He's from Sarnia. He's actually growing out his mustache for November. He's collecting donations, and if you give a donation and use his code, link is in the page. Your name gets put in a raffle to name his mustache. So there's a little bit of an incentive.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've never named a mustache before.
Yeah. So vote Marvin, the mustache, because that's my name I gave him. So.
Oh, do you guys want to rip through the page? Or some of the page, I guess?
Let's rock and roll.
Where are we? Takes me a couple clicks to remember how to do everything. But I'll get it. Okay, so we got that far.
Wait, says you're hiding.
Tell it to do that.
Hiding?
I think I'm back at the top again.
Yeah, I think that's all they see.
What's this? Oh, that's because I did a search, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Oh, you guys got a lot of members.
Yes.
Yeah. So sort of the deal is, so we don't have like a certain amount of members don't have to be a part of anything really. Like they always said there's members. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of people that are on there that, you know, they just haven't left or anything like that, or they may not be active, but
our guys like me,
we'll leave them on. We're not when it says 1.7 thousand, like I'd say there's probably, what would you say, Mac, like 500 that are active,
if that.
Yeah.
Fully active members, I'm gonna say there's probably about 150 that are like active throughout the community with us.
Yeah.
And ones that are in the actual London Free Riders chat that are just nonstop or kind of chime in now and again. Yeah, a few hundred.
Yeah.
The chat's pretty active. And even 150 active participants is a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can get a lot done, especially, like as I said, we talked about if there's a rider down somewhere downtown and you got 100 to 200 to 300 folks on the chat trying to figure out who it is and how they can help.
That's one thing you were telling me that I really like. That's a cool idea. Who's that? That's one of your members, Spikes?
Looks like that was a new member that we just introduced.
Yeah.
Calvin there. Yeah, he just part of our welcome to the group thing. We put on like an automatic welcome and said, share a picture of your bike, tell us something about yourself, and just introduce yourself so everyone knows you. It looks like they posted their beautiful bike there. Looks like it's got a cage on and everything like that.
I think if you actually scroll down a little bit further in the page, Frankie made a post, and he's a long-term member, and he basically just asked people to, like, he introduced himself and then he shared his own bike, and it blew up. Like, he got a lot of comments on there of people sharing. It's got to be coming up here. I don't know how it all gets sorted, if I'm being honest.
I think it's by recent activity.
That's a nice looking Indian.
Yeah.
Oh.
And again, that's a good thing about our community. Just share away if you come across anything.
I think that's a great idea. See?
Yeah.
These things are good ideas. Because I remember looking at that post. Yeah, bummer, man. Somebody got their Indian swiped.
Yeah.
That's a nice bike.
You might get lucky and get it back from the insurance company. It doesn't look like they wrecked it. Unless they screwed up the motor or something, right? There you go.
Here's some pictures from this is our charity London Bike Night. Yeah, so that's Robin that posted there. A whole bunch of awesome pictures of the event.
And this was held at the brewing company?
Yes.
London Brewing. That's what they're called officially, right?
Yeah, London Brewing Co-op, yeah.
Because right around the corner you got Anderson's.
See how many people there were?
Yeah.
That was just the outside.
Yeah, that was packed that night.
Wow. And got some costumes there. Got a police girl and you got a furry guy. Interesting, eh? And did you guys know there's a whole other bike night on Tuesdays in London? It's mostly Harley riders.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Is that at Forked River?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I did know that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
know
that.
Did. We've never gone. Strangely, I don't know why we've never gone. I don't have an answer honestly, but.
Oh, the dog made it in.
Yeah. Quiet boy. Yeah, they
He did say sometime.
That was hosted by the guy who fixes my Harleys. He's got a shop called Revolution. Okay. He's a good guy. Very
There's
nice
Carmen
guy.
and Rolly there. That's the Ruroc helmet that we gave away, actually. That's the winner of the Ruroc helmet there.
Wow. Wow, that's a sweet lid. The lids are expensive. Ones like that, aren't they? They run you some money.
They're not cheap by any means.
Ruroc's expensive.
I think with the visor, it retailed around $800 and something with tax.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that was our big prize.
She's a new rider too, isn't she?
Yes,
yeah. She's a new rider.
Is that a yellow visor?
Yep.
Before I had to wear prescription glasses, I loved wearing my yellow glasses at night. Yeah, I guess I'm talking 20 years ago, right? So the newer stuff will look like a gold color, like you say.
Yeah.
But when you see
I think that's Carmen there and Frost.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me with my roadkill.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even get it. I just saw you were a dead bunny.
Either way, dead bunny, roadkill.
There's nothing worse than hitting a small animal on your bike.
That's Monica.
Yeah, so this is another really big, really important member to us. She's a really important member of our family. Monica, we love you so much. She's
in the chat?
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's here right now, but if she does end up watching later, we always show love with her because she's a big part of all this too.
Very active.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's very active on the Instagram side of things and
OSR.
Yeah.
She helps on the social committee of OSR as well. Mm-hmm. And like all the groups in London, I'd say we work very closely with one another.
There's all the cans. Yeah, that's all the canned goods that was collected.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good.
And that's Robin there.
Yeah, that's our good friend Robin.
The little guy.
Is he
He's hard to see.
is he from the other group that you co-hosted with?
Yeah, so he's the admin of Rider 69.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm gonna space all these London guys apart. It's gonna be a long winter anyway. So
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna have a lot of interviews I gotta put together. Like I said, I mentioned that guy from that motorcycle rally. What was his name again? Lee. I'll find him eventually
Yeah.
and get him on there and just keep it going like that, right? Okay, what I gotta do? Do that. And do that. There we go. We're all back. No, and then do that. You're gonna bark, aren't you? I know. I can see in your face. He's got something to tell me. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
he's talking.
Yeah. I got two white boxers. They're brothers. They're funny dogs. They're full of personality.
I got the mini version of those, I think.
We got a Frenchie.
Yeah, I got 2 of them, yes.
They're full of personality too. Them guys, eh?
Little snorters.
Yeah.
You're okay, Matt. You're not on. You okay? Georgie? Oh, he's stubborn. My son's trying to not to get in the shot. Okay, go for a walk, guys. Go do your thing. So as far as working with the other groups goes, did you guys do that often?
Every event. Like OSR hosts usually during the peak seasons, they'll host Wednesday and Sunday rides. And a lot of the time I'll just show up. Yeah. Every single Wednesday and Sunday they try and put a ride on. And we like to go to those, right? A lot of the London Freerider members will go to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course when we put on a ride, we see them showing up or any of the groups. Yeah.
So you got something to do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Yeah, pretty much, and some of the days in between. Yeah, and yeah, we only plan on being busier next summer.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're in for it.
But you might as well. Like I say, that chat on Messenger, it's pretty active all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, like with the January bike show coming up, we'll like reach out to all of our members, remind them about it, say, hey, carpool down together. It's just another reason to get together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where's the bike show going to be? Are you going to Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
They used to have one in London. We wrecked that.
That would
we wrecked that.
Make it more convenient.
Yeah, it was at the Progress Building. It went for years. It was a good show, actually. And it would have been the kind of show where you guys could have put your own little table in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really seeming like you're hurting for membership.
No, we're our member base really kind of is so widespread. And yeah, like new riders show up and they don't want to just ride alone, and they just hop on Facebook, say riding groups in London or Ontario, and because of our member base, we pop up and I'm going to join these guys, and there's no right up front. You can see there's no membership fees. It's just literally answer the questions, agree to our rules, very basic, get along, and welcome to the family. That's it. Which
is going towards your goal of not being mistaken for any sort of club. It'll always keep you separate for any sort of club, because most of the riding clubs I speak to, and I speak to quite a few, I'd say maximum is 20 maybe members. You know what I mean? Because they're not looking to have everybody in the world come. Some of them vet you and have different things like that, right? Some of them even work like an MC. They make you have a prospect or a probationary period. So
yeah, we're not about that.
No, I can say I think that's a lot easier.
Yeah, and we hold no hard feelings to any of those groups. Like we don't hold any grudges
of course not.
any of those groups. Yeah.
Because
Actually, I would say that there's some like people that are in a motorcycle club and they would join a ride, right? If it was interesting to them, or come to the event, like come to London Bike Night, right? Like,
yeah, those bike nights look like they rock. So you guys obviously ride before. So what time do you actually get together to start your ride? 6, isn't it?
A lot of guys will kind of, it's more or less everyone meet up where they want to and show up. A lot of folks just kind of show up on their own. Some people meet at like a friend's house, and like say 4 folks show up. And then sort of like near the end of it, other groups will just part off, like just close friends will go off. And then a larger group like us will just end up going to a restaurant afterwards and grabbing some food.
So the bike night's not actually meet here at 6 and we're going to go ride for 2 hours and then go to the brewing company, London Brewing?
No, bike night is literally just the 7 to 9 at the brewery. Yeah. And
just
then
a social event.
Yeah.
All friends. Yeah. Neighbors.
You don't even have to ride to show up.
No.
Like if you're just interested in motorcycles and you might want to like check some out.
You got kids. Bring your kids to see a bunch of motorcycles.
It's dog friendly. I brought my dogs a number of times.
Oh yeah, outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little guy loves it
too.
Yeah.
London Brewing Co-op is dog friendly inside and out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now they do. Oh, because they don't serve food out of a kitchen, do they? They have a food truck.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a local guy. Makes pizza out the back.
Which is so funny because when I first came back to London from Toronto or up north, wherever the hell I was, I had ran my own food truck when I lived in Toronto, and I jumped in on a guy's food truck who was doing the same thing at Anderson Ales every Thursday. But it wasn't a bike night, but it was some sort of group, maybe axe throwers or wall climbers or some shit, right? And they would show up and would be the food. That's what it was. It was there's something behind Anderson Hills. I think it's a wall climbing stupid thing, but not stupid.
Yeah, Junction. Junction's right there.
So that's when they were getting together.
It's like rock climbing, and they might have axe throwing in there, but I know it's a spot if you're into climbing.
Yeah. So that's when that was just getting built and they all coming together, all that shit.
Cool.
Because food trucks, I never thought of this before, but food trucks and bike nights, if you don't want to have a building for a location, they would actually be a good fit together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I never thought of that before. So yeah, somebody should try to put that together. It used to be a thing in Hamilton. They put 4 or 5 food trucks together and call it Food Truck Alley. So you put a bike night element into it. Might be a good mix.
Mm-hmm.
I think London actually does have a food truck association, and they go out and they'll do that. But they'll go to a local park and they'll just park, 3 or 4 trucks there. And then a lot of the time I'm after Dippin' Dots. So I'm hunting them down and I'm going to that truck.
And they set up on Riverside and Wonderland too.
Yes,
in the afternoon.
There's the donut divas who go there too.
Oh, and the donut diva, you know that she collects to buy her motorcycle? Yeah, she has a little tip jar out front, and it's like she's collecting money for a motorcycle. The donut diva is.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very cool. So there's gonna be another new riders
soon.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, well, I keep selling them donuts. They them little donuts covered in sugar. I like them fuckers. They're good ones.
But it loves those donuts. They're so good.
They're so
those
good.
Are dangerous. I'm gonna be diabetic.
We'll be able to fit on the balance on the bike after you're done.
Especially when they're still warm.
Yeah.
Man. That was the thing. I used to do these special events. I sold baked potatoes of all things, but I put, butter chicken on them or chili or whatever, right? That sort of thing.
Mm.
And I did this event beside this guy doing them little stupid donuts. And again, I shouldn't say stupid because he outsold me every day, man. Lineups for them donuts. Unbelievable.
You can't compete with donuts. That's it, right? Like
Like, why'd I spend all that money buying ovens and potatoes when I could have got a little donut machine?
yeah.
And they're pretty cool out there. It's all automated. A little thing puts the right amount of dough into the fat, and it goes down a little hot fat river.
Little fat river.
And then there's a thing that flips them halfway, and they go to the end, and they're done.
Yep.
Oh shit.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
In hand.
So, what other kind of
You
fun
do
stuff do you
Facebook
guys
thing?
get into? Are you guys trying to get on the educational part of being a motorcycle rider?
Yes. Yeah.
I think we're always trying to be educational.
Mhm.
We're always trying to be educational. Yeah.
I'm always trying to go out and ride new bikes and try out different stuff, right? And then I find when I do that, I'm able to connect with people better, right?
Mhm.
And it's nice having a really close knit group of friends too, because whenever there is a new rider and we see how this new rider rides, a lot of us will actually talk to each other and go, "Hey, did you see this rider today? He needs help with this, 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 and this."
Mhm.
You know, and it's pretty good because we all come together and we do talk to that rider as well, or try to
Mhm.
anyway.
Yeah.
And kind of coach him or her how to do what he or she wants to do properly,
Yeah.
safely.
And it's all in the approach. If you don't make it sound like, hey, you don't know how to fucking ride, what are you doing there? Hey, I noticed this. Maybe you can do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and even when it comes down to, actually, as Chris was saying, did anyone happen to notice this rider? Not per se their skills, but even say, was anyone riding behind this bike and notice how loose that chain is? Hey, we should tell him his chain's really loose. And then if he doesn't know how to tighten it, a lot of us are skilled or knowledgeable in it. I'm actually a mechanic myself, so. And there's other skilled mechanics and do-it-yourselfers in the group, and they'll gladly sit down and even invite them over to their garage. We have members that it's like, oh yeah, bring your bike over to my garage and I'll teach you. Yeah, they're just, it's great. Just,
I mean,
I think one thing that I always try and promote is like just being aware when you're out on the street, right? OPP, I believe, published an article end of August or start of September, and it was stating how this year was the most amount of fatal motorcycle accidents in Ontario, and mostly, kind of surrounding London GTA area. So I think, getting your eyes up and seeing the bigger picture and knowing those skills, like there's a YouTube, Fortnite does a really good video, and I encourage all riders to go watch it, right? Things that you can do at an intersection to be more seen and help protect yourself, because it's something like 40 or more % of serious motorcycle accidents happen at the intersection.
You're not supposed to put your arms and legs out and scream?
No, no.
red light.
It's the worst. So when you're entering a green light and you don't know about them people, whether they're going to stop or even not a light out in the country somewhere, and they're coming, it's like, Jesus. You got one hand ready for the brake, one hand ready for the clutch. You just, you don't need to. Because I've never put a bike down.
I think it's important to continue training, right? Like you can lose those skills, and I think it's important to keep training and keep learning new skills. Like here in London, you could come to Learning Curves or Fanshawe and get your M2 or your M, but then even from there, there's motorcycle masters at the airport, and they're putting you out there through, like, it's similar to, I would say, like a 2-day police training or 1-day police training. And you really get to, know your motorcycle and get some good skills out of that.
I did a video about that. It wasn't in London. So I'll have to find the one and do a video about the one in London. Same thing. It was an advanced course, which, I encourage all my viewers to go take, because there's no such thing as I know how to ride my bike too good.
No, and any type of style that you're into, right? There's training for it. You can go do trail riding. There's Soar or Racer 5 for the track. Like whatever you're into, there's going to be some type of training for that.
And there's track days. There's all kinds of things too. Yeah.
How many people you think are getting into track riding now? It's so big in Europe. It's like a huge sport in Europe.
It's growing. That's the thing. There's
Growing,
there's no real number you can say there's growing. Like the last track day they just had, that OSR just had, like it was a crazy amount of people that were there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And they're doing more things to make getting on the track easier, right? Like I think a lot of people don't want to go on the track because you have to, change the fluids and tape everything off, and you got to have all this gear. But OSR is actually putting on, I think they're called like street track days, where you're able to go, and as long as you have a jacket, pants, and shoes, boots, maybe
Ankle covered boot.
ankle covered boots, you don't need to change your fluids. You just need to tape your stuff off, and you can go out there in the green course or the green level and actually get out on the track. So you get some experience.
That's pretty cool. See, none of that was ever around.
Yeah. Carmen's got her back here, part of a family there. Carmen's, yes, boots.
Yeah. I knew that.
Boots, yeah. And actually a good example is a member of ours. His name, I'll shout his name, Tommy. He rides actually a late model Versus, Kawasaki Versus. It's a touring bike, a tallest touring bike, similar to my Tracer. And he took his out on the last track day, and obviously it was at the green zone, so it was. They didn't go any faster than 80 kilometers an hour, I think, but he had a blast, and his tires were done when he was all done. And yeah, he had a blast, and now he's got the bug. He's currently searching for an actual track bike now. He wants to get into it. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's growing. Yeah, your Harley can go, classic. Drakes and pegs.
My cousin's husband had one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Everywhere was a track.
Yeah, my cousin had. Was that the big Ducati, the 999?
There's one of them.
Well, there's something bigger.
I got. Well, my boyfriend has an 1199 sitting in the garage. I don't know what that is. A 999? Is that? I don't know if that's a.
It's like the older.
Like a
one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Monster Panigale. What model is that?
Oh, that's not the CC.
One of them.
Yeah, it is the CC, but it's the generation or the year of it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Steve says, yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, it's one of the big ones.
I get it. Okay. We jumped Carmen. Yeah, my cousin's husband in Oshawa had one of them big red Ducatis, and I'd already had a couple beers, and he's like, "Want to take my bike for a rip?" I was like, "Not a chance."
No.
No, I'm not buying a scratched up bike. Because if you break it, it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that saying you break it, you bought it?
You don't ride it unless you have enough money to replace it.
You're gonna bark again, aren't you? Well, you might be quiet, sweet boy. So yeah, that's another group you said.
Jamie buys everything. He does buy everything.
But the track night you said is co-hosted with the Street Riders group, right?
OSR.
Yeah. OSR.
Yeah, Ontario Sport Riders. Yeah. Hey, not all of them are slow.
No. Like I said earlier, you just need more road.
Yeah. I've seen some Harleys just haul some ass. So
I've seen them give her pretty good too.
Just got some snoring.
So,
Thankfully, I got my son around to give me a quick drink.
There you go.
And that's another thing you guys can always do, I guess. If you see a charity run that's interesting, again, you can put it on your group, and whoever goes. But it always helps.
yeah, we'll always promote a charity event, like whether members are able to go or not. We're gonna promote it, and we're gonna at least put it out there. Actually, there's a really great charity. It's called London Let's Be Kind, and it's hosted out of the church, that St. Peter's Church that we, share the parking lot with. So it's definitely something that we're going to look at donating to.
Yeah, because they do a food program there for homeless people, don't they?
Yeah, and then I think the London Let's Be Kind gives out different types of clothing for free. Like you can come and pick out, I don't know what it is, like say 2 items of clothing, whether it be a jacket and boots or something to help you.
That's cool. Well, unfortunately, we have large numbers across the country now, and it's only a paycheck away for even myself. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus, things are tight. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Oh, there we go. So there's that's all the tags for Instagram, yeah?
Yep.
Good. I'll make sure I get them in the description. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for dropping in, brother. I always appreciate you. And then the OSR. Nice. Well, all right. What are you guys thinking? Is there more stuff we need to get through? You guys want to talk about more stuff? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Yeah. I think the whole thing here is that we're trying to give back to the community, and we're really about the community and promoting, we all share the same passion. We all ride motorcycles. We all love like the thrill of, 2 wheels. So that's what it's all about. And
again, that's why I invited you guys, because that's what I'm trying to do with this YouTube channel. I could I call it biker news, but you very rarely hear me read a news story off the internet, because I don't want to perpetuate that common thought the public has about bikers in general. Whether you wear a patch or you just happen to be on, people think differently sometimes about people on motorcycles.
Yep, they sure do.
There's a stigma around it.
Yeah. So my channel's intentions are to help change that. You know what I mean? So talk about the charity stuff. Talk about the great things that motorcycle riders really do for the community, instead of focusing on the net and focusing on how many riders got unfortunately lost their life on their bikes. We know it's what we signed up for. It's just a little harder right now because everyone's got a bloody phone, right?
Yep. No, for sure.
Yep.
You have to approach riding nowadays like nobody sees me.
Yeah, no, that's how you have to do it, right? I think predictability is the number one lifesaver.
Yeah. And like I said, all the years I've been riding, I've never had to put a bike down, because those courses teach you.
Yeah, you knock on wood, boy.
But those courses teach you how to approach a thing kind of prepped, right? Or if you got to do a thing, or you got to do a thing, whatever. The courses kind of get you ready for that. And then it just happens without you having to think about it.
Yeah, it really breaks it down. It gets rid of that something new, right? You don't we try to get rid of everything that might be a shock to you when you have a sudden moment of, oh my God, I'm in traffic. I don't know actually what happens if I accidentally get into neutral. Like, just it's one of those things where someone can just panic. You don't realize it after you've been riding for a while. Like, oh yeah, I just continue. I just try again. I get in a second.
It embarrasses you.
It's embarrassing,
Yeah.
especially when you're riding with a bunch of other
panic.
guys. But when you don't realize, like a fresh rider, someone who's brand new goes into neutral and does a neutral rev, and they panic. They think they broke the bike and they smash the brakes or whatever they do, and next thing you know, they're in someone's grill.
Yeah.
Or just too hard on the front brake.
Yeah, so.
Those are the worst. See, when you ride a Harley, you kind of ignore your front brake. It's like, what front brake, you know? Unless you got to do an emergency stop, then it's like, that's what that thing's for, you know?
I hardly use my front brake.
You get 70% braking power.
Yeah,
Not more.
my back brake works really good.
Well, unfortunately, she said, don't ride with a foggy brain. Well, I smoke, right? I've been smoking for years. But one day coming on the Gardner out of downtown Toronto, I stopped and puffed one. And then I'm riding, and I wasn't going fast because it was rush hour. I'm reading the billboards. The next thing I know, I look in front of me and the whole highway stopped. And I was on a big old decker. I'm like, shit. But we did what we had to do. Kind of split the lanes. What do you say?
That's why I ride by three rules. You dress for the slide, not for the ride. You never ride angry, and never ride faster than your guardian angel can fly. Those three rules.
So I love Travis's comment here because anyone who knows me, the best day of my life was when Canada legalized marijuana. Okay. And unfortunately, I'm just the type of person I cannot ride stoned. Like,
yeah, there it is.
I can't do it. And Travis, to answer your question, I promise you, I've stayed sober for this interview. I really did. You can ask them.
You can't do anything high.
Where's can't do anything?
Oh,
she'd be asleep. Honestly, Travis, you know that she'd be asleep
I'd
right
be
now.
here with a pizza.
Yeah. But I noticed Dopey. I love your name, Dopey Tripod. But you made a very good point about riding since 1990 and still learning. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long you've been riding or doing anything. You will always be learning.
Yeah. So someone who's serious about it. Last few years I was riding, I wasn't that serious about it. I bought that street glide. It went fast, but I had no intention of riding it fast. So I was that guy that everyone says, don't do that. You know, I'd smoke one. I'd be in my running shoes with shorts, all the shit, you know, you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
A lot of days.
Yeah.
But
I used to be a squid rider. Honestly, I used to be one. And the one time I got in a really bad wreck was my first real bad wreck on my CBR. And I was wearing a buddy's back when they were like $2,000, but the armored jacket. And that was the first time I ever wore one because I was taking it to him. And that thing saved my back. So ever since, I'm like, yeah, I'll wear them now. I'm convinced.
And like you say, all that shit, I know you're not supposed to ride like that. And then in your head, you justify it by, I'm only going there. I'm going to go slow. And you just do it, right? But all the things that you just said, you know, ride angry, that's the closest I came to becoming the part of someone's trunk, was riding angry, going through the gears, and the guy in front of me and stops like, shit. But we got it stopped again, It was scary. And then, you know, all the other shit. Thankfully with Harleys, you're not going to do wheelies. Do you guys got the wheelie people?
Oh, yeah.
We have wheelie people.
Yeah.
I would say there's a whole stunt crew.
Yeah, it's who we call the stunt crew. Yeah, and they're great guys, amazingly skilled guys. They kind of do their own thing off the side, and they're very respectful.
Private lot, yeah. They'll go to like a private lot.
Oh, you got to deal with the dog again.
I can't believe Josh hasn't come home during this.
Yeah.
Like hockey.
Is that right? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure. That hurt kneecap.
Oh, that's smart.
Took the rest of the week off, but can keep playing.
Did you know that there's a wheelie course? Did you see it on Facebook this summer?
Yep.
Wheelie Demons, yes, yeah.
And there's a bunch of guys, a few different that I saw out there that I think they'll come out to your events and shit like that, and they'll do a little stunt show in the parking lot for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Crooked Clubhouse or the Highway Heathens, both of those, like, they'll come out and they do like wheelies and stunts with their Harley Davidsons.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
There's one called the Harley Mafia.
One Wheel Mafia.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they've come out for some moto meetup stuff.
Actually, those are all good people I got to contact too.
Yeah.
That make it an interesting interview. Because at first I was like, why did everyone want to ride on one wheel when two wheels isn't that many anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Because people like to live on the edge.
Yeah, but you actually sit down and watching those guys do what they do on those bikes and like making it walk on one wheel like that, like it's absolutely astounding. Like, yeah, it's amazing work they do.
What's even trippier is when you're riding behind them when they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you feel like,
yeah,
whoa. Like you're trying to balance for them.
Yeah.
Are you stoned while you're riding?
No.
Just kidding.
I don't even smoke marijuana.
But that was that movie where all that came out of. What's it? Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, where they're doing the front brake thing and all that crap.
Oh well, yeah. It's one of those things. Especially back in the late '90s, early 2000s, when like the sport bikes are really getting big and everything, and they were just nose diving them and doing endos and turning around on the spot.
That's pretty interesting, eh, Carmen? So they're taking it serious. They've made it a career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, what better career? And it's not like an Evil Knievel career where you're coming home busted up.
Yeah. No thanks. I don't want anything to do with that.
Did you guys catch that video of them, of that group of riders down on the Gardner downtown, fucking around in the traffic?
Oh yeah, doing donuts and burnouts.
Yeah.
Some of our members were among those riders.
Yeah.
They took their bikes down to Toronto, and that was the Ride Rich Halloween ride there.
Yeah.
It was a big turnout. That was really awesome.
Bye, Carmen. Good night.
Bye, Carmen.
Right, because that's another riding kind of group like you guys in Toronto. And again, there'll be some people I eventually get on there. And yeah, they were kind of having a laugh about it without saying it's us.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing that on the QEW the summer before. I remember that around the Burlington area.
I think they do it all over, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think they.
Wherever the road's paved.
If it's smooth, they're going to be there.
The newspapers put it out like they took over the highway.
Yeah.
It was a big group of bikes, and if they block some traffic and all that, like, to say they take over the highway is a bit of an overstatement. But yeah, they had fun and they got out of there.
I've seen the video of it, and if you actually look, there was traffic of cars even in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they were stopped. Traffic was just stopped, and there's nothing else to do in traffic.
And they opened up the gaps and wide enough to have some fun.
Yeah, you got
Exactly.
it. Yep.
Again, they'd have been shit if the OPP ever got to them, but hey, it is what it is. You're not going to ride.
Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, I got to catch them. Yeah.
You're not going to buy a motorcycle, for the most part, to ride the speed limit.
Exactly. Speed limit.
Yeah, what are they? I can't even get around my head around them in my car. Never mind on a bike. And in Europe, You know, the motorcycle is a huge mode of transportation for a large part of the population in Europe.
Mhm.
8-year-olds, 9-year-olds riding mopeds to school.
Yeah.
And then some people that's all they own. They don't need to buy a car. It killed me going to the Dominican. You saw the whole bloody family on a little.
I've seen that
Yeah.
on Facebook or videos.
They got the kids hanging on. Funny people.
Yeah, got the groceries hanging off the front handlebar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every kid has one bag.
Yeah.
Mom's carrying
Yeah,
the
do what
ladder
you gotta do. Yeah.
for some reason.
But yeah, man, bikes are bigger and bigger every year, and like you said, I'm glad I ran into you guys and we got together on a show, because I think the way you guys are doing it is a great way to do it. No commitment. Come on out, ride. Don't ride if you don't wanna. It's all good. If you want to do some fundraising, which you guys do, you get involved. If you want to get involved in another charity ride, you can do that. It's all. I think it hits all the boxes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. If you guys wanna, well, is there any more stuff? I'll put your links and your Instagram stuff in the description when I put it on Facebook and all that.
Well, I just say, speak on behalf of these two, thank you very much for reaching out to us, and we're really happy to be a part of this and showing each other support.
Yeah. And I
Very
really
cool.
hope to see you at some bike nights next year,
Yeah.
Bob.
You have no
Now-
excuse. You told us where you live. Now.
Now that I know you don't have
You
to
live
show up
2
on a
minutes away.
motorcycle, right?
Motorcycle,
You walk, you bring your
whatever.
car, whatever. Man.
Bring your pups.
Yeah.
Bring the dogs, bring the kids.
Ride the dog.
Perfect.
Oh.
Perfect. I will see you guys in the summer. In
All right.
person.
Thanks,
good.
Bob. Appreciate it.
Have a good
All right. I
night.
appreciate you
Take
guys
care.
coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Good night, guys. Bye. Thanks everyone in the chat for joining us. We're good. Okay, what does that mean? Oh, we don't have to do an outro. Oh, I might have to because